every single day, there are these things holding us back, making us doubt ourselves, making us struggle more than we need to. But Brandon kept going, was practicing 4 or 5 days a week. He's a very hardworking, disciplined person, so he stayed with it, but he was always working on his other projects. But he just practiced like an hour a day, 4 or 5 days a week. And now he's speaking to people think he's Latino. So Brandon, eres Latino. Exactly. So he was finally traveling in Colombia and now back, finally taking a little bit of time away from work to experienciar la vida.
Mi amigo, mi socio, mi socio, increíble. Puede hablar perfectamente, pues, mexicano. Pero yo aprendí con él y ahorita puedo hablar, no perfectamente, pero con muchas palabras. Cada día, paso a paso, estoy mejorando.
I've been with him and with other people having hour-long conversations, deep subjects, emotions, all the body parts, about every different things, and he's got it after less than a year, or actually now about a year. So round of applause, yes. But I'm more curious to hear about not the wins, because we can see the wins, all the difficulties, the struggles, the doubts along the way, just in a minute or two.
Yeah.
Muchas gracias, Brendan.
So what is very interesting, Phil definitely teaches exactly, uses different programming techniques and brain hacking, he calls it, what he calls it. But if you actually really put it into play, he'll come up in your head again and again and again long term. He still comes up in my head. Thinking about like past tense, whatever. But I would say the most difficult piece to it, which I believe you can all overcome, is just being consistent and saying, hey, I messed up, but it's totally cool. And then every time you say, oh, I messed up, it's a little bit further away. And then soon enough, you're thinking less and less of being able to speak. And so some of the difficulties that I experienced was, I have all these other things going on. I'm building software, I'm building like true AI and artificial intelligence and doing all these really cool things. And I don't have a lot of time to practice. However, what I would do is I would take what he told me and I would just talk to myself in my head again and again and again. And then I would also just speak out loud when I could. I would be like, podría, podría. And I would just like say these things and then I would forget. Sometimes I wouldn't even know what I'm saying, but I would say it and I would feel like I'm getting something, right? And so what I would say is the difficulties are going to come. They're so normal. It's so part of the process. However, when you say, I am going to do this, I am going to do that, and you have some type of end goal in mind, like for me, I want to speak in front of 1,000 people, only in Spanish, and impact South America, then you know that you're bettering yourself, and you're going to get closer to that every single day. Even though you feel like you're getting further away, what I would do is I would be here, I would go back to the States, and then I would come back and I'd be like, wait a second, I know more. And it wasn't until I quieted my mind that I recognized, oh, and so, yes, every single day it was a struggle. It's still kind of a struggle. Like, I can spend a whole weekend with someone that I'm dating and not speak a single bit of English and be fine, but I still am struggling. I'm trying to say things and sentences. So it's not like it just magically you learn one day. No, it's a process. But if you take it step by step, and even when you're messing up, you know that your mess up is actually a little bit less of a mess up than before, and that it is starting to get ingrained in your mind, soon enough it'll turn into not only one word that you learn, but 2 words that now couple with each other and now make a phrase. And those dichos and the jokes and the things, if you take that very seriously, implement the way that he does teach it, a lot of the difficulties, they're just not going to seem like difficulties so much anymore. It's just going to start thinking like, well, oh, this is just a process. It's a part of the process. So that's basically what I would say to anyone. And also, the process does suck a little bit. I feel like a lot of people try and make it seem like, oh yeah, it's super simple. It is super simple once you start, but it also is very difficult at times, and that's totally fine. I believe that you guys, ladies and men and gentlemen, will be able to get this if you take in his practices. So, yeah, that's what I have to do.
A huevo, güey. Gracias, hermano. Sorry, man.
Oh boy.
Excelente. The reason why Spanish is incredibly simple is because of all the similarities and the overlaps between Spanish and English, right? What happened in 1066? Right? What a great job the education system did teaching us, right? Nobody knows what 1066, I didn't know until recently. The Battle of Hastings, right? In the Battle of Hastings, William the Conqueror led the Norman invasion of England and won. For 300 years, England was French. Who knew that? How crazy is that? For 300 years, England was French. And in that time, all the legal system, right, royalty, everything was happening in French. So during that time, they absorbed literally 5, 6, 7,000 words, depending on what your vocabulary is, how you count them. But at least 5,000 words were taken from French and put into English. Now it's like when you were in school and copying off of your friend, right? They couldn't copy the exact same thing, so they changed one or two things to make it look different, and then they called it English. That's why the Count of Monte Cristo, William Dumas, this famous French poet, author, he famously read a book in English and said, English is French, but badly pronounced. Right? A little French arrogance there. But he's got a point, because if you just learn the subtle, fine art of bullshittery, pardon my French, finessing, you can take your English, all the vocabulary, the extensive vocabulary that you spent a lifetime acquiring, just make it sound sexy, throw a little Spanish accent, throw a vowel in at the end, and ole, you have it in Espanol, right? You'd be surprised how, like, I've had people just as a joke say, look, speak to them in Spanish, but in English, but with the best Spanish accent you can, and people will understand most of what they're saying. It's freaky, right? But somehow the monkey brain is always trying to make us believe that the English language and the Spanish language are completely different, right? You're going to see a word like independientemente and independently, and you say, no, these are two different words. But when you really focus and you know what to look for, independientemente, independently, they're almost exactly the same. Even similar words, like the same, like bus and bus are spelled the same. Bus and bus. And you would be surprised by how many people don't know what the word bus means. They're like, bus? No, I don't speak Spanish, I don't know. He speaks too fast, I can't understand. Right? If you just took 1 second, slowed down, took a breath, relaxed your ears, you would understand so much more. And if you're able to embrace this subtle art of bullshittery and just speak English with a Spanish accent, add some vowels, try to apply some simple transformational patterns, right? We're going to see 20 of them here that are in a couple of minutes. That's going to give you access to 5,000, 6,000 words. Okay? So, in Espanol, there's 12,681 words that end with ION, and there's 1,200 of them that are the exact same in Spanish and in English. Exact same. Passion, pasión. It's just sexier. That's it. No difference. Investigation, investigación. Right? Extradition, extradición. Transportation. Yes. Right? Vascularization. Something with the veins or something, I don't know. But if ever you need to use that word in English, you can handle it in Spanish too. Right? Erection. Erección, right? Now you get to go out there and have fun. You have access to everything that you need, all the essentials, right? Right? We got passion, we got erection and vascularization, right? That's all we need. All right. Action, acción, tradition, illusion, mission, television, expression, version, comprehension, comprensión, transportación, versión, expresión, televisión, misión, ilusión, tradición. It's the same thing. 16,331 Spanish words. I did the math. Actually, I got sneaky. I started counting and then I just went on a Scrabble website, Spanish Scrabble. And then they tell you how many words and end with these. So ending with IA, 16,331. Many of them are the same in English, right? Family is familia. History, storia. Battery, bateria. Ceremony, ceremonia. Urgency. Now the G is like a scratchy H. Urgencia. The U is like an orangutan on the swing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Urgencia, right? Copy. Copy, like a photocopy. Copia. You see the signs everywhere in the stores. Copias, copias, copias. It's copy, right? So a lot of words right there. 10,689 words end with AR. Hundreds of them are very similar in English. Actually the same. Similar. Similar. That's why I wrote similar, because it was I guess it was a joke. Similar is similar, right? Regular. Regular. Familiar. Familiar. Perpendicular. Right? Who learns that in a basic Spanish class? Right? No, but why not? Every once in a while, you need to know that, right? The avenues, right, or the streets are perpendicular to the beach, right? The avenues are paralelos, right? Parallel. It's important every once in a while. You might use it once a year, but if you have the access to it in your English vocabulary or your French vocabulary, because this works double for French, right? So you have a double advantage. By the way, for all the Frenchies, si vous avez des questions, ça me ferait plaisir de faire une petite parenthèse en français. Je parle très rapidement des fois. Donc, I speak a little fast sometimes. Just let me know. Hein? Omelette du fromage. Dexter. I love it. Right? Rectangular. Rectangular. Lunar. Lunar. Solar. Solar. How do you say sun in Spanish? Sol, right? That's where you get the soul from solar eclipse, from solar panel, right? Mind blown. Muscular. Muscular, excellent. 2,427 Spanish words, and with ico. Many of them are similar in English. Just remember one. Romantic. Romantico. Exotic. Exotico. Fantastic. Fantastico. Basic. Exactly. Electric. Orgasmic. Who made this list? And in this order. Alcoholic. Alcoholico. Medic. Medico. Allergic. Very good. Basic. Básico. Organic. Organico. We're ready to go out and have a party and then recover the next day. Perfect. Traffic. Tráfico. 2,334 words end with ente, E-N-T-E. All these words, we're also going to learn the entire present tense, the entire future tense, and past tense, and maybe another past tense with irregular verbs. So we got 30 minutes. Let's try and stop interrupting everybody, please. All right. There's 2,334 words that end with ente, E-N-T-E, right? Most of them are similar to English. You only have to remember one. You get one, and your reticular activating system, your RAS, right, in charge of pattern recognition, if you understand it and you can visualize it, you can taste it, and you can feel it, right, and you understand it, your RAS will be able to copy paste. I have it all the time. It's so surprising. Still to this day, I'm in a conversation, I'm speaking, I'm flowing, all of a sudden I'll stop. Wait. I just used the word last sentence. Is that a real word? They're like, yeah. I'm like, damn, I didn't even know that I knew that word. It was just because of one or two patterns that were applied to it automatically by the RAS, right? So the brain is filled with different compartments, different areas, and most of the time we don't know how they work, so they work separately. Imagine if you had a big company and the sales and the marketing and all the different divisions didn't talk to each other ever, right? It would be a disaster. Now imagine, and also if the owner was trying to micromanage every department, it would be a disaster. So once you can program your brain with these tricks, You can actually be on the beach, chilling, enjoying the margarita, enjoying the conversation, and the different parts of your brain, they're working for you. Right? That's so much easier than having to do the work yourself. You just ask for the word and your brain just gives it to you. It's freaky. It sounds impossible, but I guarantee you, you can experience it. It's magic and it's fun. So, evident, evidente, accident, accidente, intelligent. Very good. The G is an H, inteligente. Very good. Persistent. Es necesario, es necessary. You need to be persistente. Every day, cada día. Right? Permanent. Very good. Remember, the A is like at the dentist. Permanente. 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 Equivalent. Yeah, and the QU is like a K, and the I is an orgasmic dolphin. Right? So, equi becomes eki. Right? Equivalente. Equivalente. Again, you might say to yourself, these are two different words. I don't know equivalente. It's so complicated. It's the same word. It's just add a little bit of like sexy flair to it. Un poco de sabor, huh? Un poco de tajín. Bam! Keep scrolling up. Inconvenient. Yes, it's important to take your time, right? Take a deep breath before you speak. Imagine it in English and literally just say, like, you'd be surprised. People can say inconvenient, inconvenient. Then they try to say it in Spanish. And they're adding 8 syllables and they're adding things that don't. It's literally the same thing. Inconvenient, inconveniente. Like, it's the same. It's so surprising and it's so sad how 95% of people, right, when you're trying to say a word, one of these words in Spanish, you're adding 6 syllables, you're removing syllables that aren't there, you're making it so complicated, and you're adding in a Russian accent for some reason. Like, it's just English, right? It's just English, but with sexier. All right, he's cut off. No más tequila, no más tequila. No más tequila. Right? How do we say urgent? Very good. There we have the U, the swing. Urgente, right? How do we say immunodeficient? Yes, very good. Immunodeficiente, right? We're ready to have everyday regular coffee shop conversations now, right? That one will be on the exam. You have to learn that one. Immunodeficiente, right? Just to give, so it gives you an idea how much rich vocabulary, right? You would never use that in a sentence probably, but most of you can understand that it's like something, I have a deficiency of something with the health, or I'm not even sure to be honest, but right? Something along those lines. I've got like I'm lacking something in my health or in my vitamins or something like that, right? If somebody said in a conversation, I'd be like, yeah, I can follow. But in Spanish, you could do it too. There's 1,845 Spanish words that end with al. Many of them are the same, right? Animal. Animal. Very good. Normal. Normal. Tropical. Tropical. Vital. Now, they don't like to use teeth, right? Back 300 years ago, the Spanish women had very rotten teeth. And they couldn't pronounce the V's anymore. Also the fellatios were getting very painful. So the king just banned the letter V altogether, and now the letter V is always going to be a B. So vital is vital, right? Because the I is the dolphin. So B, vital. National. Very good. There's no sh sound in the Spanish language. It's not sexy, right? Unless it's like shh, right? But so they hate the sh, so they make it sion. They don't say sh, they say si, right? So national, nacional. Isn't that better, right? Nacional. Ideal. You have to pronounce every single letter, right? So once more. Yes, ideal. Right? Every single letter has to be pronounced, and always in the same way. English is so complicated. Every letter could be pronounced in like 8-10 different ways. Ape, apple, aunt, hall, always. It's a disaster for a non-native speaker learning to read. It's a disaster. In Spanish, everything is always consistent. There's never any exceptions. So, very, very fácil. Casual. Casual. Conventional. Yes. Remember, less teeth. So, convencional. Very good. 1,687 words end with mente, right? Possibly becomes...
Posiblemente.
Yes, posiblemente. So you just add the mente at the end, right? Possibly, posiblemente. Totally, totalmente. Probably, probablemente. Completely, completamente. Directly, excelente. Independently. Perfect, everybody. Very good. Perfect, perfect. Independientemente. Excelente. Right? Finally. Finalmente. Very good. 1,462 words end with ido. Many of them are similar. Rapid. Yeah, and for some reason, all these words, they always like to have the push, the inflection and the beginning. Rapido. Rapido. It's got more flair to it, right? That's why the app is called Rappi, because it's rapido. Yeah. All right, timid. Timido. Shibiditime, right? Any South Park? No? Okay. Timido. Solid. Sólido. Acid. Ácido. Very good. Avid. Less teeth, guys. Ávido. Right? Splendid. Splendido. Also, they hate starting with S's, right? So they like to add an E. That's why Spanish is Español, Spain, España, student, estudiante, stupid, estúpido, special, especial, right? Wives or spouses is esposas, which also means handcuffs, but that's a story for another day. Right? So, espléndido. Very good. 1,187 words with oso. Delicious. Delicioso. Curious. Curioso. Precious. Precioso. Fabulous. Fabuloso. Generous. Very good. With an H, right? Generoso. Contagious. Contagious. Contagioso. Contagioso. Mysterious. Misterioso. Ambitious. Excelente. 986 Spanish words that end with idad. Liberty. Libertad. Right? Possibility. Possibility. Posibilidad. Same thing. Community. Comunidad. Activity. Actividad. Reality. Realidad. University. Universidad. Quality. Very good. The QU makes a K sound. So, calidad. Calidad. Curiosity. What killed the cat? ¿Quién mató al gato? Curiosidad. Excelente. Electricity. Which is that? Velocity. Velocidad. They don't use the word speed. They use velocity. They're very medieval, right? What's your velocity? What's your speed? Velocidad, right? 826 words are hable, probable, probable, honorable, honorable, reasonable, razonable, adjustable. So the J is like jalapeno. It's also an H, and the U is the U. So aju is ahu. Ahu. Ajustable, sociable, sociable, very good, memorable. Oh, you guys are so adorable. Adorable. Aww. 785 words are ante, right? They're almost all the same in Spanish, in English. Important, importante, importante. Immigrant, very good. Brilliant, elegant. Lubricant. Lubricant. Insignificant. Insignificante. It's the same words. Very good. Excelente. 677 words with Ibo. Attractive. Attractivo. Exclusive. Exclusivo. Native. Nativo. Active. Activo. Hyperactive. Hyperactivo. Very good. Imaginative. Very good, like an H. Imaginativo. Consecutive. Very good. Consecutivo. Excelente. Hopefully you all test negative. Negativo. 595 words with Ario. Necessary. You never, no teeth. They hate using teeth. Colectivo. It is colectivo. So some people will say that, there's a slight difference between the Spanish V and the Spanish B. You have to really train your ears. It's bullshit. I've asked 100 or 200 natives, and like 10-20% will say that it's different. Like over 80% say it's the same. I hear it the same. I use it the same. So screw it. Don't complicate your life. V is a B, period. If anyone has any problem, I can write you a note.
V is a B always.
V is a B always. Always. The V sounds like a B. Right. So vocabulary is vocabulario, right? Ordinary. Ordinario. Extraordinary. Excelente. Laboratory. Complementary. Easy. Complementario. 574 words and with encia and ansia, right? Very easy. Just remember difference. Very good. So we got the difference with the E, and we got importance with the A. In English, they're very similar. ENC, right? ENC and ANC. And in Spanish, it's ansia and encia, right? So how do you say reference? Yes, referencia. Existence. Existencia. Interference. Interferencia. Patience. Paciencia. Science. Ciencia, right? The I is the ciencia. Interference. Sorry, we already had that. Now the A ends. Abundance. Yes, but remember the U is the orangutan, so abun. Abundancia. Very good. Ambulance. Ambulancia. Very good. Fragrance. Fragrancia. Very good. Insignificance. Yes, la insignificancia de los problemas, right? De los problemas, right?
You say the G here, like you say.
GN, insigni. It's like it holds up. It holds up. I'll allow it. Insignificancia. 334 words with ible, right? Possible, posible, flexible, irresistible, irresistible. Excelente, right? 137 words, car, modify, modificar, right? Verify, verificar, classify, very good. Falsify, falsificar, excelente. 132 words with ento, moment, momento, cement, cemento, supplement, supplemento, document, excelente. Argument, department, excelente. Yeah, argument, argumento. Yeah, GU is always solid as well. Yeah, besides that, there's no other exceptions. Yeah, except for gato. Right? There's never any exceptions. Right? 127 words with kto. Correct? Correcto. Contact. Contacto. Dialect. Dialecto. Very good. Insect. Insecto. Very good. 90% of all verbs in Spanish end with AR. And so many of them, hundreds of them, are the same in English. Just slap on an AR at the end. Right? It's insane. To control. Controlar. To invent. Less teeth? Inventar. Very good. To transport. Transportar. To implement. Implementar. Let's get fancy. Right? To accept. Acceptar. To reserve. Reservar. To confirm. Wow. Excelente. Round of applause, guys. Woo! Apologies for rushing through it because we had a bit of all the extra stuff. That's why I'm having it filmed, because the issue that I was having with the last time I was doing the lechugas was It's always different people coming and going, consistent, inconsistent. So I'm wasting a lot of time talking about some things. So now I have it filmed. I'm not gonna have to talk about it, waste any time. If you have any friends that are coming or the new people, they can just watch the video if they want before to understand what we're doing here, what's the project, what's the goal, how we're gonna be moving forward, and we're gonna be able to go. I'm gonna be able to breathe a lot more in between sentences, and we're gonna be able to actually have some more practice individually, and I'm gonna be able to repeat everything in Spanish after con el buen acento para que puedan entender bien todo lo que estoy diciendo, but I'll speak a lot more slowly so you can understand. Right? All right. Final hustle. So the entire present tense, the entire future tense, the entire past tense. We got 5 minutes. You ready? Who's timing? All right. We're gonna see it more in depth next week, but I just wanted you to understand how simple it is and get that complicated monkey off your back. Okay? So present tense. All we're gonna do. Take the full verb, okay? Full verb. For I, everybody hold up your telescope, right? What letter do you see? Oh, I spy with my little eye, the letter O. So hablar for I speak is hablo. Reservar, reservo. Confirmar, confirmo. Inventar, invento, right? Easy. I is O because I spy the letter O with my telescope. I is O is I. Anybody who's ever done Duolingo? Okay, take the word yo, put it in a ball, throw it the fuck away. You don't ever need yo, tú, nosotros. Yo hablo español. Yo como picante. If you want to sound like a gringo, go ahead. You never need the yo because the O is already expressing the I. It's redundant, right? You don't need it. No es necesario, right? Just quiero, not yo quiero, right? Not yo quiero Taco Bell, right? Use that to remember the quiero, but then say screw you Taco Bell. You learned with Duolingo, right? Even teachers think that you can't handle this crazy transformation of taking two words and making them one. I think you guys can handle it, right? So screw the baby steps. Let's speak properly from the beginning, right? Let's not say por favor. Let's say porfa, right? Speak like a local. Porfa. If you're a girl and you want to be cute, you can say porfis. And instead of hola, you can say olis. It's really cute. If the guys say it, it sounds a little weird, but try it out. It's funny, right? So now go back to the full verb, okay? For he, she, and it. All we're gonna do is drop the R. That's it. Take the full verb, drop the R, you have he, she, it. Hablar, habla. Why? How can we remember that there's an A and not an E? Why is not hable? Why it's habla? Because 90% are AR, and if you can see in your head the AR verb already there, then you take off the R, the A is already there. Inventar, inventa, right? How is she? ¿Cómo está? Right? ¿Cómo está? How is she? Right? So we drop the R, we have Roberto, Roberta, and the dog. He, she, and it. Question? Screw that. You don't need it. Now, in this case, you sometimes might, bless you, you sometimes might add it for clarification, but not most of the time, it's very, right? It's very simple, right? You walk up to your friend, he's talking to his girlfriend, she storms off. You say, ¿Qué tiene? Right? You don't need to say what ¿Qué tiene ella? It's obvious you're talking about her, right? If somebody tells you my mom's in town, oh, ¿Cómo está? You don't need to say ¿Cómo está ella? ¿Cómo está tu mamá? He just told you your mom's in town. Like, what are the odds that you're gonna throw a curveball and ask about the dog? Right? It's possible, yes, but highly unlikely and not part of normal conversation protocol. Okay? So conversations are two-way streets. It's not you against them. It's you guys working together. So they have to meet you halfway. Right? So if you just say the thing, they can figure out through the context, con el contexto, right, who you're talking about. So screw everything else, just drop the R, have he, she, it. With comer, to eat, how do you say he eats? But comer, come. How do you remember it's an E? It's comer, it's already an E on there, right? So escribir, escribe, right? So we're good, all verbs, boom, okay? For you, why? Because Mo, you're an ass, yeah, right? Mo, you're an ass, right? You, my friend, you always have an S. That's why it's como estás, hablas, español, right? The S. So, invitar, drop the R, put an S. Invitas. To speak, you speak. Hablas. Comer, you eat. Comes. Super simple. Everybody following? Excelente. Again, we're going to go through it again another day, but just basics. Stick with me here, guys. Now, for they, them monkeys over there, right? And y'all, for me, you all are monkeys. Them monkeys are eating all my bananas. And y'all monkeys are eating all my bananas. Or you can make some weird association with y'all and the letter N. That's on you guys. It's very memorable. It's very memorable. Right? So they and N, y'all is N. So, all right, ¿cómo estás? For they is ¿cómo están? You don't have to say how are they, your parents, right? If my parents are in town, ¿cómo están? Right? Hablar, hablan, comer, comen. Excelente, very good. Now everybody go like this. Wherever you are, you drop the R, and you make the most out of we time. Because the rolling stone gathers no moss. Very good. So wherever we are, we drop the R, make the most. So comer, drop the R, bring the most. Comemos. Comemos. Very good. Hablar, drop the R, put in the hablamos. There, we got the whole present tense. That literally gives you 99% of all conjugations of the Spanish language, 90% of which are AR verbs. So if you just learn hablar, hablo, hablar, hablo, habla, hablas, hablan, hablamos, you can copy paste and you have 99% of 90%. Not bad, right?
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Excelente. Now the beauty about this is I want you guys to get a tattoo, right, on your hand. The S, the N, and the most, because those three endings you can copy paste in the future, the past, subjunctivitis, the conditional, across the board, every verb tense. Whatever you have one, you add an S, you have you add the N, you have they, y'all, add the most, you have, it's so stupid, it's so simple, right? Let's do the conditional tense. Anytime you would use the word would, it's the conditional tense. When you're in the woods, you're in the woods. And when you're in the woods, you're in the river, the ria. Let's make it even simpler because we don't have time for the story, right? Imagine this really weird looking taco stand in the middle of nowhere in a dark alley, and the food's been out there all day long. And say, I wouldn't eat that if I were you. And your friend says, yeah, I would eat it. And then he would eat it. And then what did he get? Diarrhea. I wouldn't eat that because you get diarrhea. I would eat it, but I got diarrhea. Would, ria. Would, diarrhea, would, ria. Hablar, slap on some diarrhea. Hablaria. Inventar, I would invent. Inventaria, right? Reserve, I would reserve. Reservaria, right? Now what do we add to the ria to make you would? S. Hablarías, comerías. What do we add for they and y'all? N. Comerían, hablarían. Easy. What do we add for we? Mos, riamos, hablaríamos, comeríamos. So whenever you're thinking of would, don't think of what is this conditional tense. Nobody fucking knows what it is in your own language. So don't even try to worry about grammar, right? Think of diarrhea, right? So we don't want grammar, we don't want rules, we don't want to think. Every time you stop to think, what tense am I using? What rule is it? You've just hurled yourself into your prefrontal cortex, the monkey brain, his playground. You've pulled yourself out of flow. Now you're stressing, now you're worried, now you're trying and putting effort. You don't want any of this, right? So triggers give you easy, quick things. Would give you diarrhea. Very good. Now, for the future tense, again, we're going to do the proper story next time because we're going to...
What is a ria?
So if you don't say, I would eat, but I'm full.
Okay.
So you say, comería, pero. I would speak, but I'm shy.
Right.
Hablaría. What's me gusta mean?
I like.
I like. I would like.
Me gustaría.
Yes, eso. Right? So me gusta, I like, I would like, me gustaría. How much nicer is that than una cerveza? Right? Me gustaría una cerveza, porfis. Right? So much, right? If you ask una cerveza, you get the warmest beer they have. If you say, me gustaría una cerveza, porfis, you get the coldest beer and a local discount, right? And maybe a phone number, right? So very, very nice. Me gusta, me gustaría. And if you remember me gustaría, you could also forget about diarrhea because you already have diarrhea, right? Copy paste, baby, copy paste. Okay. Now again, we're gonna skip the whole story for the future, but future is I'm going, right? So imagine you're Pinocchio and you made a wish, right? You made a deal with the devil, and you're like, Geppetto comes in, and you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna get in so much trouble. And Geppetto, my boy, how are you doing today? He said, Ma, Geppetto, I made a deal with the devil. I have a bad news and a good news for you. And he said, oh, tell me, my boy, what is wrong? And he said, well, the good news is I'm finally going to be a boy. I'm finally going to be a real boy. I learned a long time ago that if I teach you something, you're probably gonna forget it. If I traumatize you, you have to pay a professional to get it out. That's why when Brendan said he still has me in his head, it was a warning. It wasn't a compliment. He's like, damn you, Phil. Right? I'm gonna be a boy. I'm gonna be a boy. Right? Mo, how do you say like that or that way? I see. With the orgasmic dolphin, right? Do you like it that way? Spank me on my ass. I see. Hey, so Geppetto, I'm going to be a real boy. Boys, I'm going. The laundry guy's there, the rappy's there, the food is ready. You say, boy, I'm going, boy. But what is the bad news, my boy? Well, I had to give him something in return, and you're going to be a sheep. And Geppetto turns into a sheep on all four hooves, get all fuzzy and woolly. He said, Pinocchio, you're such a bad boy, bah. So I'm gonna be a boy, and he's gonna be a bad sheep, bah. So I'm going to eat is boy a comer. I'm going to speak, boy a hablar, right? He is going to eat, ba a comer, right? We don't even need the L, just ba a comer, right? Ba a hablar, ba. What do we add to ba for you? S. So it becomes bas a for they, y'all are going. Pan a, very good. And we're going to the beach. Vamos a la playa. All right, that's not the real future tense, but the future tense is incredibly simple. But what's simpler and easier than simple? Avoidance. Avoid all the problems, avoid all the things that you can, right? I am the laziest person you ever meet. I will always find a shortcut and a way to avoid all the problems, okay? So use boya, ba'a, basa, bana, bamusa, but you don't have to remember them all. You only need to remember the boy and the ba because you've already invested the time to remember and get the tattoo for the S, the N, and the most. It's the same one. Right? I went through years and years of exams in French school, right? Failing most of them, not realizing that it's the same freaking endings in French as well. You just have to memorize a couple and that's it. But they make you memorize like hundreds of pages and pass exams and feel like an idiot for years and years, right? I could speak near perfect French. I went to French school all my life, but my English is better than my French. I could use all the verbs, tenses, but when it's on paper and it's like, all right, give me the more than perfect on the I form. I don't fucking know. It's useless information. How do you use it? That's what you need. Now, how do we use the past tense? Let's first learn how to avoid it, right? Who's ever taken a spa day, right? Or a rest day, or a beer day, a football day, a chill day, a relaxed day, right? Whenever we have time, let's take a something day, right? Now, let's all travel back in time and let's take a cabo day. Right? I'm gonna call a cab, and this giant magical cab will take us into the past, into Cabo St. Lucas, and we're gonna take a Cabo day, and in our Cabo day, we can relive all of your favorite days of your life. So we're gonna call a cab and take a Cabo day. A Cabo day means I just, right? Are you hungry? Do you want to eat? A Cabo de comer. I just ate, right? Hey, have you seen this person? Acabo de verlo. Acabo de ver. Have you seen the movie Terminator? Acabo de verlo 20 years ago was great. I just saw it, right? So that one has a bit of limitations to it, but whenever I have Spanish teachers, by the way, if anybody knows any Spanish teachers that want to come to my actual courses for free so they can learn these tricks, they're very, very welcome. And they always laugh their asses off when I get to the boya and the cabo de. It's like, you sneaky son of a bitch. It would happen often when I'm in a conversation and I'm using a cabo de, boya, and at one point I'll say something like, I just saw it 20 years ago. They're like, do you even know the past tenses? And I'm like, nope. Do you know the future tense? No, not yet. I don't need it right yet. For now, it's enough, right? So, acabo de for he, she, it. Give me a wild guess. Acabade, right? The O becomes an A because 90% of verbs are A. Acabade for you just. Acabaste, they just. Acabande, and we just. Acabamoste. So we just learned the entire present tense, the entire conditional tense, the would tense, the whole future tense, the whole past tense, 4 verb tenses in like what? 5 minutes, 6 minutes? Round of applause, guys. Excelente, excelente. Yeah.
Acaba.
Acaba de means she just. He just, it just. Okay. So like if somebody asks like, hey, have you seen my sister? Oh, acabo de verla. I just saw her, right? Have you seen are you hungry? Said, no, acabo de comer.
Okay.
Right? Is your dog hungry? Acaba de comer.
Okay.
Right? So you just use the acaba de and you're good. So round of applause for being here. It's not, like you said, it's simple, but it's not always going to be easy, right? You're going to have to wrestle with your subconscious brain, with the monkey brain. You're going to want to not show up. You're going to want to skip a day, skip 2 days. Next thing you know, 5 months go by and you're like, what the hell happened to my Spanish? Right? We need to stay consistent. We need to support each other and help each other stay motivated, stay focused, and so we can all grow and succeed and move forward together. So thank you for being here. Muchas gracias. So my commitment to you is every Thursday I will be here to give these classes. We're going to try to add as much value and go through all the hacks. We're also going to go through troubleshooting. So if anybody has any struggles, problems, issues, complications, right? We'll have some periods, some open floor where we're going to simplify them and find ways on the fly.